Dan.
Thank you, Chair.
Minister, you mentioned just earlier the remediation of ACM Cladding, and the Secretary of State announced in May that there will be a £200 million fund to remove and replace unsafe ACM Cladding from around 170 privately owned high-rise buildings. But in your opinion, will £200 million be sufficient to remediate all the buildings with ACM Cladding?
We think so, yes. So there are 154 buildings that we think are eligible to apply, but there are 22 on top that have had successful warranty claims, which obviously they'll be covering the cost. There are a further 36 buildings where the owners and developers have said that they'll maintain their commitment to do the remediation themselves, which leaves us with 118 buildings to be covered. Now, it's certainly the case that there's still work to be done with some of those owners, and there are a number of, I think, of warranty claims still outstanding that are waiting for conclusion. But when all that process is completed, then we do think that 200 million should give us enough leeway to get the work done.
Okay, it's good to hear your confidence in that. Crucially, by the way, I don't think this is any new money, because the £200 million, as I understand it, is to be paid for out of existing programme budgets. So has this arisen because of an underspend within the department?
So the money has been taken from other programmes where there have been underspends or where there is spare money. But I know we always get hung up in government on this idea that there's new money. There is no new money, right? It's all the same money, whether it comes from the Treasury to us or from programmes within the department. It will either be borrowed or taken from other programmes elsewhere in government. Now, we are, obviously, you'll understand, at a department the size of ours, with budgets as many and varied that move at different pace, then obviously capacity becomes available that can be directed to other uses, and this is one of them.
Okay. Well, if it turns out, as many of us expect, that more than £200 million is ultimately required, would it be sustainable to do this from underspends, or would it need to come out of other programme budgets?
Well, we'd have to address that at the time. As you will, I'm sure, appreciate, the management of a departmental budget is a dynamic process where issues come and go, where programmes rise and fall, and where some programmes that are given a budgetary allocation prove to be slower in execution and some prove to be faster, and then there are some circumstances that arise like this that need funding. So I'm sure, and we're confident it won't be, but if more are required, then we'd have to have that conversation with our Treasury masters.
Okay,